Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today we are going to learn about the lambda functions in Python. So what are lambda functions? They are very small and anonymous function defined with the keyword lambda. They are often used for simple operations that are used temporarily without defining a full definition or full function. They are often used for simple operations that are used temporarily without defining the full function. In this lambda, you no need to write the full function with the function header, function name, with the parameters, with the function body, with the function call. This is often used for the very simple operations. That's why they are called as a small and anonymous function with the keyword lambda. Also called as anonymous function because it does not need a name. It can take any number of arguments, but only one expression. I think some of you or all of you would have been, I mean, you must be familiar with the list comprehension in Python. The list comprehension is nothing but you are going to create the list and do the expressions in a single line. You are going to create a list and whatever the operations or the expressions you want to provide for the list going to be in the single line. The same way the lambda function is going to work. It can take any number of arguments, but only one expression. It does not need any name. It returns the result of the expression automatically. The syntax is lambda arguments followed colon expression. Repeating one more time. In the Python, there is a concept called list comprehension, where the creation of the list, expression of the list, method going to operate on the list, everything is going to happen in the single line. The same way the lambda is going to work. It does not need any external name. It can take any number of arguments, but can only one expression. The returns the result of the expression automatically. Lambda arguments colon expression. The square is a variable which is equal to lambda x colon x star square. So the result of the x star x is going to get stored in the square. So the square is the function name. The square of 5. The 5 will be passed to the value of x. So the square is the function name which is equal to the lambda x colon x star x. So the x is the parameter. Generally, when you create a function, def function, function name, open parenthesis, inside that function body, then the function call. The same way you have to write it in a single line. So this is the function name and this is a parameter. This is the x is a parameter. So for this parameter, you are going to pass the value 5. So it is going to give 25. So the function name, call the function name with the value. This is the way how it is going to work. X is the input argument, x star x is the returned expression. No def statement or return statement required. Lambda with the multiple arguments. Add is equal to lambda a comma b colon a plus b. So add is the function name. In this lambda, you are going to provide two parameters a comma b, and in the function body, you are going to give a plus b. So you are just call the function the print statement for passing the value for a and b. So 10 comma 15. So now you are going to have 15 as a 25 as a output. It can take multiple inputs. Expression must be a single line. So this expression is coming in single line. This expression is coming in single line. In this, add is the function name, a comma b is the parameter, this is the function body, this is the function call where you are passing the values. If you all are very familiar with the Python functions, definitely you should be able to understand this, but it is written inside a single line instead of multiple lines. It can take multiple inputs, expression must be a single line. Lambda with the map, filter and reduce. Lambda functions are commonly used with the functional programming tools, map. Map is like apply a function to all the items in the list. You want to apply a function to all the item in the list is called the map. For example, I have a square list of 1, 2, 3, 4. In this, squared is the function which is equal to list of map lambda x colon is equal to x star 2 comma nums. So whatever the variable here, everything will be passed for the x. So now you will be able to get the output for 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1, 4, 9, 16. So this is going to map the x value with all the values of nums. You are going to create a list of, this map is going to map all the variables 1, 2, 3, 4 to the x. Finally, you are getting 1, 4, 9, 16. Repeating one more time, the map is a function which is going to map 1, 2, 3, 4, which is in this variable to x. So that's why you are getting the result 1, 4, 9, 16. Filter and reduce. Filter items based on the condition. For example, in this nums, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'm going to create a function which is going to take the list of the items. In this, I'm going to filter for condition x modulus equal to 0. In this, whichever the number divided by 0, remainder is 0, that will be considered as a even numbers. That is what you are checking here. So, in this, even is the function name. It is going to create the list of the output. In this, for whatever the values here, in this lambda, it is going to check whichever the value is going to give the remainder as a 0. That will be considered as an even number, and it is going to create a list out of this number. That is why we have the list constructor here. It is going to filter for this condition x modulus equal to 0 and going to give the result. That's why we are getting the output 2, 4. Reduce. Cumulative operation needs functional tools. This is mainly to reduce the sum total is equal to reduce of a comma b, a plus b. So 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4. So you are going to add 1 by 1. So finally, instead of producing the list, you are going to reduce the length of the iteration. So you are not going to generate the output in the list. You are taking you are taking the input in the list, you are giving the output in the list. Here you are going to take the input in the list, but you are not going to return the result in the list. Rather, you are going to compress it in the one single digit number. That is why you are using the reduce function, but it is going to do the same operation. Sum total is a function name. A comma b is the parameter. For this, you are passing the value 1, 2, 3, 4 from this nums, and finally you are getting the result as a single digit number. So advantage of lambda functions are, it is concise and one line syntax. It is useful for throwaway functions. You want to write it in only one line and throw the function out. For that, you will be going for lambda. No need to write multiple lines of the code. It is product for map, filter and reduce operations. Helps write functional style Python code. It is going to follow the same as a functional style, but it will be written in the single line. It allows you to accept many parameters. As well as it helps us to use the map, filter and reduce operations. Disadvantages, limited to single expression, less readable for complex operations. So lambda was regular. Syntax, lambda, a parameter. What is the computation? Here def square of x returned x star x. So in this square is a function name, x is a parameter. The parameter you are giving after the lambda, x square x is the computation, that one you are giving after this expression. Name. Usually anonymous, you won't give any name for this. This is the named one. Length single line, multiple lines allowed. Quick temporary operations, complex logic or reusable functions. These are the difference between lambda and the regular functions. Lambda is small, anonymous, one-line function. What is small, what is anonymous, and what is one-line function? Everything I have explained in all these slides. Can take multiple arguments but returns only one expression. It takes multiple arguments but returns only one expression. Often used with the map, filter, and reduce. These are the functions you will be using along with the lambda. It is ideal for concise and functional style code. I hope today's session was interesting. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned to Provoke trainings for more exciting content like this. Post your queries and enquiries in this below link. This is the enquiry form. Please provide your name, mobile number, email ID, location, and whatever the course you are going to opt for. And if you need any further upgraded content in this, whatever the content I took for today, please submit all your queries in this form. Thank you so much.